We'll have that hunk of burning love now. Yes, please.
Uptown Boy is the favoured of the two special 4-year-olds at the moment. He is showing great early promise, while Doc is developing a little slower. They were broken last year, and today is their first day at a real show. The team are hopeful that it doesn't prove too overwhelming for them. The preparations for the show go on for most of the morning, with Nadia looking after the welfare of the horses, and Ed making sure he looks as good as he can.
The way she looks after the horses is second to none. I have to say that she's brilliant. The presentation is always brilliant, and the way they're looked after is just, I mean, sometimes I say it's a little bit over the top, but they always look stunning when they go out, always. And always what we spend to look after them and what we spend on shavings and everything else, we probably spend more than most people would do on the welfare and on tack and on rugs and everything else. A little bit extravagant, but it does show in the long run, because they are looked after. Doc's getting overexcited next door already. It does show in the long run, because they always look fantastic when they go out, and the beds are always good and the tack's always clean, and she takes a lot of pride, and it's important. It is important. She does a fantastic job in it. I mean, a lot better than I'd ever do. I'm not famous for my smartness, to be honest, but they are quite good boots. They should clean them.
The yard is taking 5 horses to the show at Patchett's Equestrian Centre, but the hopes for a season rest with Doc and Uptown Boy and how well they show over the coming months. If they fulfil their promise and make the national show jumping finals, Ed and Nadia will hope to get a strong bid for them that will take their business to the next level. There are 2.4 million frequent riders in the UK, and this is one of many shows that goes on each week during the summer. For some competitors, it's just about fun. For others, it's about rosettes. But for Ed and Nadia, this is their first opportunity to show off their new stallions to prospective buyers. There are different levels to show jumping, as in other sports. If Doc and Boy are as good as Ed and Nadia think, then they could be on the way to the Olympics, but it all starts here.
Yeah. This is a small event. This is not like a major show. It's a small show. It's not an overnight show. And hopefully, I'm looking for, especially Uptown Boy and Doc, to go to the 4-year-old championships and do well there. So this is all about producing them and getting ready for that class throughout this summer season, which the end of it is in September. So it's all gearing up to do well on that day.
My job today is to get it all going. Gel it all together, make sure everything's there for when we have to do our bit in the ring.
Uptown Boy at the moment is showing very, very well. He's a special. I think I do believe he's a very special horse. Very talented. Doc is also very special, but he's a little bit more difficult at the moment. But he's a bit more excitable. He doesn't relax as easily, and gets a bit nervous and jumps around an awful lot. So he's got plenty of ability and scope and everything and technique. He's just got to settle down a little bit more, which I'm hoping will come. I'm pretty certain it will, but just be over the season. It will take a bit longer. His Boy's very natural to it all and very, very calm and explosive when he needs to be over the fences.
Boy's first round was a clear one, which was the perfect start to his show jumping career, and a sign that Ed and Nadia may have found their special one. He came second overall, and it left them buzzing about Boy's pedigree and prospects.
Into second place there, good. He was just airborne.
Oh, amazing.
Jumped very good. Jumped really good. Just jumped over by miles. A bit strong to start with, but then it's special. It's good. It was a bit like driving a Ferrari. I mean, it's a special horse, and I enjoy riding him. I'd like him to try and get to the 4-year-old championships and get in the first 4. I think he has the ability to do that, but time will tell. I mean, I might be wrong, but hopefully I'm not.
Doc was not in such good form. He wasn't tied tight enough in the lorry, which gave him enough room to have a go at another horse.
Hey! Make it short to this side, Paul. What is going on?
Despite being castrated, the testosterone is still streaming through his system. It will take several months for him to settle into life without his testicles. Something Nadia sees as perhaps the ultimate panacea.
Hey Shirley, I think all men should be castrated. What do you reckon? I think all men will be much happier castrated. You alright, Paul?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Doc didn't recover before the jumping, and Ed has to use all his experience just to stay on and bucking and fighting Doc. His round was very disappointing. He never settled down, and his nervousness cost him several faults. Little was learned, except Doc is going to take a lot of patience and understanding if he is to fulfill his potential. Perhaps he still harbours some frustration after his recent operation, but his time will come. The show ended with mixed blessings for the stable, but it's a question of whether the horses can learn from their experiences.
4 faults. Oh dear. Never mind. Yeah, and this one.